Yeah, welcome back. So, guys, apart from the editor and an Xcode that you have downloaded, precisely on a Mac machine, there are a certain critical things that we need to install. Here are the list of items that we need to install. The first among that particular item is an Xcode command line tool. What is the significance of this command line tool? Means basically it installs Apple command line tools, basically, which gives your Mac machine the basic developer tools and many packages that it needs. That's what the significance of this Xcode select install. So where exactly we can install? We can install all these things from the terminal itself. So here I'm using Xcode select hyphen install. I'm just typing this command and hit this particular button. As and when I hit this particular button, a confirmation pop-up is being displayed. So where in which it is asking me to click on an install. So just click on the install. As and when I clicked on the install, a license agreement is being showing it up. Scroll down and I clicked on an agree. So here, continue on a battery power. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just continuing further with the installation. It will take some time, guys. It won't happen in a fraction of seconds. Ideally, this installation will take some time. But anyways, let's see for a couple of minutes. So this is the first thing that we have to install in our machine. And the next thing that we need to install to our machine in the meantime, right, in the time of installation, let us study some theory point related to the next installation. The next one is a homebrew. So, okay, we need to install this particular homebrew. Then immediately a question that comes in our mind. So Surendra, what exactly this homebrew is? Right. Homebrew is a package manager for a Mac OS precisely. Its significance is that it makes the installation and managing developer tools much easier. Okay, in order to manage the tools, it's gonna be much easier. Why it matters? So it lets you to install the tools with a simple commands like a brew install node. So using a brew, we can install anything into your machine. So that's the reason this is the critical thing for us to install. Okay, and whenever you are working on this particular tool, this homebrew will be helpful for us to configure the complete machine that it is related to the mobile automation testing. Okay, that it is related to the mobile automation testing. That's a homebrew. And then the next one out over there here is, okay, so once after we are done with this particular brew, the next one out over there that we need to consider here is okay, a cartridge. So what is the significance of this particular cartridge means? This is the dependency manager for both the, the Mac machine and as well as an iOS. Okay, the Mac machine and as well as an iOS. And the next one out over there is an iDevice installer. So the significance of this iDevice installer is it installs a command line tool which is used to interact with the physical iOS devices for your Mac machine. Okay, consider that you have a .app file or a .ipa file and you have a connected your iPhone or an iPad, right? This helps us that your Mac machine will let you communicate with your iOS device over the USB cable. Okay, irrespective of mobile automation testing tool, this iDevice installer is useful. Okay, and the last and an optional chunk here is an iOS deploy basically. And again, it installs a tool which is used to deploy and debug iOS apps on a real iPhone which is connected to that particular machine. Okay, which is on a real iPhone that it is connected to your machine. That's what the significance of these individual tools are. Okay, individual tools are. Okay, still it's showing that it will take additional 2 minutes to complete that installation. Once this installation got completed, then we will do the homebrew. How exactly we can do the homebrew installation? So let me open up my browser. Okay, let me open up my browser, and on the browser, search for, okay, on the browser, okay, so on the browser, search for homebrew installation, and it is navigating to one link and it is having a command. This is a curl command. Once this installation got completed, we will place this command on the same terminal. Whatever the commands that we are discussing that I have explained right now, all these commands would be triggered on the same terminal instance. And whenever you are getting some issues when you are firing that particular command, it's kind of a permissions issue that we need to override those permissions. Okay. So if you look at this particular documentation, so whenever you install a iDevice installer, it may throw up an error message. So at that time, you need to run this particular command. So whenever you try to install iOS deploy, it will throw some error message. Then you need to select this particular command like that. So there are specific commands I have listed down. Anyways, all these are commands. I will put it in a document and I will attach to this particular video as well, so that it will be easy for you to do a copy paste. And guys, one more thing, whenever you do a copy paste, right, the first and a foremost thing, which is a select install. So here it is a hyphen, 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 but whenever we are copy pasting, right, or whenever we are typing, sometimes it is taking a single slash. That's the reason this command may fail. So that's the reason, make sure that Xcode select a hyphen, hyphen install you need to choose. Okay, perfectly all right. So I think the installation is almost done. It's just a second ago. Okay, it's just a second left. Okay, so let us see this chunk. Okay, the software installation is completed. Now this first one is completed. So we know about a homebrew and we have already studied about the homebrew. Copy the URL for that, put it in the terminal and hit that enter button. It will ask you your system password. Just enter your system password. Whenever you are entering your password, you can't see that password. Just type your password and hit the enter button. And in between, it will ask you to do certain confirmation messages. Just hit enter button so that it will start downloading the required things to your machine. And again, the homebrew installation also, it's gonna be some time consuming factor. Okay, so I'm not commenting, I'm not pausing this video. Let us continue. Okay, yeah, the homebrew is completed. And once the homebrew got a installation got a completed, the next one out over there is a cartridge. So copy this particular one, put it here and hit that particular enter button, and it will take a few seconds to complete this installation. That's good. This installation is also completed. And the next one is a iDevice installer. So let me hit this particular enter button. And even this iDevice installation is also almost done, that it is completed. Okay, so I have shared you these, I can say the error messages. Whenever you end up with an error, then you need to use an RMFR. Okay, this time I didn't get any error messages. And the last one is an iOS deploy. Let me try to run it and hit this particular enter button. Okay, let me try to run it and hit this particular enter button. Okay, good. So yeah, it added everything. That's the pretty much things, guys. Okay, good enough. And one small thing that we need to consider here is this iOS deploy is an optional chunk whenever we are working for an WebDriver IO. It's not a mandatory, but your WebDriver IO commands, right? Internally, it uses that. Directly, you can't see basically the WebDriver IO is interacting with an, this iOS deploy. I can say that this is an optional one, but having it, it's not going to create any issues for you. Okay. Perfectly all right. Let's take a break. See you again in the next lecture. Thank you. Bye bye.